We have read about reports already, and we have seen done a lot of customizations, but now we will do more customization in our reports, like how we can attach screenshots in the existing reports, right? So I have done the changes in my existing thing, right? So what we did was here, if we see like sent logger. So initially we had just this, right? This one, pass, it used to pass. So only three methods were there. So now I want to give control that I also want to, if this test is skipped, I want to take a screenshot or not, right? I want to give my like framework the capability of taking screenshots if that test is passed, if a test is failed, or a test is skipped. Okay, so for that, we can do it through the properties. Okay, so here I have defined like dynamic reports. For example, if here we were creating index.html, right? This report was getting generated every time and it was overriding. So what if I want to like give it kind of capability where my code is kind of uh, I mean the report is not getting overridden because you are not having the previous report. Every report is getting overridden each time, right? So that creates a problem. So here what I've done is I have created a these three methods, like dynamic report, yes or no. If you put yes, so then in that case, uh, here we have written override report. Override report means it will, if it is no, then reports will have name as index.html because it will get overridden each time. If it is yes, then reports will come like new. So here you can see I have created some reports in this folder. So you can see that initially only this was getting generated. Now multiple reports are getting generated. Okay, this is one thing. Second thing is pass step screenshot, yes or no. Whether you want to take screenshot of pass step, okay, and failed step and skipped step. Okay, so this we have gotten. You can give it yes or no. If yes, this is obvious, it will take screenshot. If no, it will not take screenshot. Okay, so this is done. So now when once we have done this, we also want to have this in the properties property file, because we want to give the manual tester the ability to do this, right? So in the if we talk about enums, yeah, where is enums? Yeah, so here we see that in the config properties, here we had defined these two enums initially. Now have defined these four enums as well. Okay, so now what we want to do now, we have the extent logger, right? So whenever we are passing the test, we want to take a screenshot. So how do we change it? So we will override this particular overload this particular uh, method pass. So here I'm overloaded it, given it string message boolean is screenshot required. So I mean the user has the ability to choose is screenshot required or not. If property utils dot get, so this takes an enum config properties dot pass screenshot. Okay, pass step screenshot. If it is equals to yes, right, here we have taken yes or no, right? If it is equal to yes, so that means it is taken and is screenshot required, right? So we give the control to manual tester as well, and then we give it the control to us also. So here is screenshot required is entered, and then what we do is when we get text dot pass, then here we have this message. In this it takes a message in a media file. Here we are using media entity builder dot create screenshot capture from base 64 string, and here we have passed this method dot. Now we will say from where this method came. So I created a method over here which gets the screenshot return. It returns a take screenshot driver dot get driver. dot get screenshot as output dot v64. You can create this method, and then you can put it over here and then dot build, right? If this is true, it will come like this, else it will pass the pass message. Okay, get extend. Very simple. Similarly, we did this for fail, and similarly we did this for skip, right? So what do we do now? So once we have done this, right, so what do you want to do? This one, right? Yeah, so where is it being called? It's called in a listener, right? In the listener we are defining listener class. So what I did was, here I just wrote, just ignore the try catch, it was recommending, so I added. So init reports is there, flush reports is there, right? Here, see, once the test fails, the start is, this is common. On test success, this will do this. Okay. Yeah, where is this being called? So yeah, okay. Dot report, right? Let me see the report logger then. Student report, no. Here we are just flushing the reports. There also we don't want to see extend logger. Okay, here in the logger we are doing the pass message. Okay, so it doesn't matter actually. This pass method is being called in the our page classes. Sorry, in our page classes. So here in the page classes, you know what I've done? In a click element, when you see, we just go to the click element. Here what we have done is, we are just clicking it, right? Here we have passed extend logger.pass element name. Initially we were just passing this. Now we will pass this also, right? True. We want the screenshot. If it is false, then it will not take the screenshot. And here also we have done the same, right? And in the other class also, home page class also, click element, right? So if we go here, so this is using the same classes basically, right? So here method will be same, click element, because it is in this one, right? And the send keys also, we have this method in the send keys also, right? So send keys we have already changed. Here you can see in the base page, click element and enter text. Here also we have put it to true, right? So this should create the screenshots. Make sense? Now what we have to do is, now let's we talk about the reports thing. Okay, so this report thing, yeah, extend report, right? So initially we were having this, right? In the init reports we were having here index.html. Here we had index.html, right? Let me just, it's not going back, but here was index.html. So what I did was, I went to the index to this one, framework constants. So here we defined the path. So we defined a path called extend report folder path, and system.get.user.dir plus extend report test output. So this is a folder where I want to go. Why extend.test.output? Because here you see they have put in test output. So that's why we have created in this way. Okay, same naming dimension, and we have declared one empty string called extend report file. So why we are doing this is because, see, over here this is fixed, right? And this is variable. This is, I mean, it will either give you, so if we are trying to create extend report path, file path, okay, this one we are trying to create through this method, and we are making it private. So you might ask, like, why can't you define your path over here only, and why can't that, then it doesn't give me that ability to, you know, make changes. For example, if I want a dynamic report, so if I want a dynamic report, this would be no, right? This would be no. If it is no, then this path would change. I want to put it like in the same folder, but name would change, right? So I want to do that. So to do that, what we do is we just go to this form web constant class. We just created a getter for this extend, and we are using create extend report file path method, and here property tools dot get. Here we put the enum config properties override report. This will be no, right? If no equals no, so this will be true. Okay, if it is true, then this should create a dynamic path. Return folder path slash system dot current mails index.html. Else, it will just create a normal index.html, right? Here we created the and make it private. Now we will call it here in the create export, and we will export this path over here. Now you will ask, why did you create this particular if statement? See, if this is empty, right? This is empty all the time. You can ask, why are you putting? What's the need of this? This will be empty all the time. This is when it starts, right? So the problem is that when you create this path, when the test gets generated, for example, create right, so it will create a report at that point of time. It will create that report. I can return it directly, export report, and I don't put this return statement, right? I don't need to put this. I can directly return this. Problem is that while flushing the reports, while flushing, so what will happen is, how do we flush? Where is it? Yeah, here, here, here. When you get this, when you try to open it, right, it will again call this get report file path method. This new file. Initially, it was just index.html, right? I have put framework. It will again call this method, and this will create use this method again. And at that time will be different. It will not be same. So it will import, like it will call some other number, and that's why report won't be available, right? At that point of time, I can just give you a demo. See, Control X I will do, and let's see what happens. So these are two methods. It's 2:30 running, and see, it couldn't open the. It just opened that folder. It couldn't open. It opened that folder, right? It just got this export folder path, right? The reason for that is because initially it opened it and it just returned this extend folder. And what were the file path at that point of time? This, right? So index.html, but it instead opened this particular file, right? Where was this? It was opening that file, so it didn't happen. So it returned me this file, and if I try to refresh this, and I see if see, there are reports generated, but it did not open that, right? So that's why we need to put this statement, because only when it is empty, if it is empty, because one time it will execute here, right? Here when it goes, it will get the extend file report method, right? When you call this particular method, what will happen is that it will go here, and because it, even if it is not empty, I mean if it is empty now, right, it will go here, it will just create a path, it will go here, it will go here, go here, and here it will see okay equals no, it will create a path, right, with current time, and it will go here and it will fetch that path. and return. Now the thing is, if the time changes, now when it comes to flushing, opening the report, again this will go here, again this will go here, it will again fetch a new time and it will open. So we don't want that. We only want to go get it once, and when it got it, so return file path. If it is empty, then only it will go inside this, otherwise it will return the original file path which got created over here in this one, right? So this is the logic, and we can see that the screenshots also got generated. I'll just show you again. This is the demo report, for example. So you can see the base, this particular profile menu is clicked, right? So all these things happen. So I think that's it for this video. In this also we can see that if the override report is no, right, here you can see the report is some number, right? So if I put the in the config.properties, if I put it at override report as yes, let's see what happens. We will see. See, it opened the index.html instead of that initial report, right? So this is the reason when you put override as yes, it will put the index over here, and that's how it will do it. Okay, so that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Please like this video if you like it.